One shot,
Boom.
one kill.
Oh shit, they're about to get OS'd. Watch, boys. Watch, just look that way.
Hello guys, Moukass here. What's up? So today I wanted to showcase one of my best sniper kill streaks. These are the kinds of moments that make me love PlanetSide 2. You can go on a huge kill streak and you feel unstoppable. You just have to take advantage of the situation and you can get hugely rewarded.
Oh yeah. Alright, careful. Alright.
Here I knew the Vanu was attacking Sungrey amp station in mass, but somehow we had a Sundy deployed behind them, a cloak Sundy, so I took advantage of this immediately. I chose my sniper loadout. It's the default scope here, it's a 6x scope, with the Hunter cloaking, Emissary pistol, EMP Grenade, ammunition belt and medkits.
Dude, I'm fucking sniping dudes.
Ghost reporting.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Enemy engineer in the
Divine
area.
shield on that guy.
Because I know I'll be cut off from my teammates, so I built this loadout to be able to sustain myself very long behind enemy lines.
Go ahead and get.
And here it was very useful. I took advantage of all the ammo. The secondary pistol was very useful in the second part of the clip. So here I was trying to pick off the unsuspecting targets, pushing to Sungrey end station. They weren't expecting a sniper behind them, so I could get some cool headshots before they realized anything. But after that I got chased by tanks. Some infiltrators were trying to find me.
Visual on a hostile engineer.
We gotta move on that Vanguard. Here, I got you. Go, 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 go.
Never know what hit him.
And it was a really fun game of hide and seek. I like PlanetSide 2 because there is so many games inside the game. There's a shooting game, hide and seek game, strategy game, anticipate the trajectory game. There is so much cool stuff in this game.
God damn it. 2 point marks, outgoing.
This is why I really wanted to showcase this clip, because there's a little bit of everything. Sniper kills, pistol kills, hacking, flanking. This is how taking full advantage of your brain pays off in PlanetSide 2.
From the closest base. Get back in here, get a 2 point.
If you get yourself in the good situation with the good loadout, you can piss off the enemies so much and have so much fun.
What you gotta do, fucking push fast and hard.
This is why I suggest you to always have your loadouts ready, so when you see a situation you can choose immediately your loadout and start taking action with the right tools.
Enemy engineer in the area.
Identify yourself.
Here I noticed a Sundy deployed behind these rocks and I saw infantry spawning in mass, so I kept my distances trying to get some headshots without giving my position to the tanks.
At this point, boys, I'm gonna open it up like it doesn't anything right.
After hiding for a little time I managed to lose this mag rider. Here you can see that I don't always take the time to aim. Sometimes when the target is gonna disappear I try to get as many shots on him as possible. Especially here because I got the first shot, so I was trying to get the second, to get the kill.
Never know what hit him.
And here I arrive at a pretty interesting situation where I have to expose myself in order to be able to shoot the guys spawning.
Vanguard, southwest, setting Charlie with 1 on it.
Ghost reporting.
No scope! Honestly, at the last moment I noticed this guy and it was quite a leaky shot. So I tried to move on the other side of the bridge to have a better shot on the enemies. I'm a bit more exposed, so I'm taking some shots,
Never know what hit him.
but even with very little cover you can survive. Shoot once or twice and disappear, still doing some damage.
Never know what hit him.
Enemy heavy spotted.
Here I'm really expecting them to attack me because they know my position, so I'm using the radar dots in order to see them coming, and I always stay close to cover. I changed my position again to adjust on the enemies, and this is where I noticed that their Sundy had changed position.
I dare ya.
Goddamn vanguards.
I need an enemy lightning.
When I saw their Sandy moving, I started adjusting my position too, taking good cover behind them. Trying to cover my advance with recon darts so I can see them on the minimap. So here the big challenge was to keep a line of fire on the infantry without being picked off by the vehicles.
Never know what hit 'em.
So I stayed there being annoying very long, until there was no more infantry in this area. With the quick glance at the map, I noticed that they were pushing now inside the amp station, so I started to advance. Always from cover to cover, taking advantage of my Hunter cloak. With the default cloak maxed out, you can stay cloaked for very long. I also left this platoon because I had nothing to do with them. I joined them to get the spawn at the beginning, but I quickly realized that I couldn't follow the orders, so I just left this platoon. This is where I arrived at the amp station, completely surprising the enemies from behind. It was actually a quite dangerous situation for me because it was quite close quarters and I didn't have the good loadout. With the bolt action rifles, I don't always try to get the headshots. Sometimes a body shot followed by a few rounds of your pistol can do the trick, and it's much more easier to pull off. It's actually quite hard to get headshot with a scoped gun at close range. So inside the tower, I immediately took advantage of the hacking ability of the sniper, because there was tons of vehicles that are unexpected. So I could really be annoying to them until they completely moved on from this area. Many people think that infiltrators are useless, but I think their hacking ability makes them one of the most powerful classes if they get into the good situation. When I play with my squad, we always have an infiltrator in the composition, so we can hack enemy terminals. This is extremely useful.
Outstanding.
And here in amp stations, hacking the turrets can be so annoying. They are very hard to take down for vehicles because they can be repaired, they do a lot of damage, and they are very accurate. These AV turrets are good against infantry and vehicles actually. This is in this kind of close quarters fights that your secondary pistols helps you a lot. I try to keep watching at my minimap, and if I see that an enemy is very close, I try to anticipate with my pistol. Sometimes it's much more safe to try to kill it with a pistol than trying to get the headshot at close range with your sniper. It can get you killed if you miss the shot.
You guys suck.
So I kept being annoying, like hacking the turrets, disappearing, getting some headshots and tracking them down, but I was getting really low on ammo. This is where I started looking for teammates so I could resupply. Actually, this moment made me think of a comment that I read very often, is that snipers are useless. I think what they mean is that they are very situational. There is many cases in close quarters, in buildings, where it's almost useless to have a sniper with a big scope. But in open fields they can really dominate. With their cloaking ability, they can disappear after each shot, which makes them very hard to track down and take down at long range for other classes. So I don't play sniper often simply because the situations doesn't allow it most of the time. In close quarters, it's usually much better to have an SMG with the nano armor cloaking that gives you more health. And hopefully for the defenders there is these jumpers in the amp stations that the attackers cannot use, so you can escape very easily even if you're not light to assault. So it was very easy for me to disappear when I was getting in danger.
We've successfully defended the facility.
Here I hack back this AA turret and I get inside immediately because I know there is a lag before the enemy gets out of the turret and he can kill you while he's still invisible, so I immediately get inside. getting some unscopes, quick scopes. Actually, the sniper mechanics are quite hard to master in PlanetSide 2. The scoping and unscoping takes quite a lot of time. Quick scoping is not that easy, I notice it's quite inconsistent. I'm trying to get the hang of it, but it's not easy.
Never know what hit
I don't think I'm there yet.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
Here I'm desperately looking for ammo, but the enemies kept attacking the towers and I cannot be really safe. Ammo is really important for infiltrators, especially if you have recon darts, so you can keep wall hacking, so you know where the enemies are. Without radar support you're quite helpless. Hopefully here another infiltrator was using his darts, and I could carry on even without ammo. And here I finally found an engineer, and I'm hoping for ammo so bad. Like, give me some ammo please, ammo please!
I need ammunition.
Who wants some?
Already 25 kills, this is an amazing moment. I was really impressed that survived that long. It's like a big journey going from Sungrey power hub to Sungrey amp station, jumping from tower to tower, surviving, resupplying, getting headshots, pistol kills, long range kills, jumping around. This is such a fun game. Love this game so much. So here I could resupply, I could use the recon darts. I noticed there's a ton of enemies. I'm quite at close quarters, so I'm gonna use my pistol quite a lot. The enemies got their spawn destroyed because we have some flanking vehicles.
Never know what
Here you can see that on moving targets I often go for the body shot because it's more safe than trying to get a headshot. On a moving target, if they're on a hard terrain, they're moving like zigzagging left and right, it's very hard to get the headshot, so I sometimes just go for the body shot.
Never know what hit 'em.
Outstanding. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
Run, Vanu, run! They're getting completely wrecked. We have the high ground on them. They're surrounded by vehicles. So it was really extermination time.
Outstanding.
I'm using the enhanced targeting implant, mostly for the hold breath boost that it gives you. And the other implant, Eod Hud, I use it mostly by default, because I don't have something else on this character, I don't have much implants. For the end, I'm charging with my pistol to finish this Vanu, guys. And this is the end of the Vanu at Sungrey Amp Station. And I'm still alive, it's like crazy. Actually, the kill streaks carry on. We're gonna counter-attack Sungrey Power Hub, and I'm still gonna continue get some headshots. So you just saw one of my greatest moments in PlanetSide 2. This is why I love this game. You never know how a situation is gonna turn out. You start doing something and you finish like kilometers away doing something else. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Please let me know what you thought of the video. If you have any advice on sniping, please feel free to share it in the comments. I would love to read this. And that's it. Have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye, guys. Stay epic.
They've been EMP'd! Go, go, go!
Spotting enemy heavy.
Ghost reporting.